Since the beginning of time, man has struggled to survive in harsh and unforgiving landscapes, seeking shelter from the elements. Our ancestors endured with only the most primitive of technologies, under constant threat from the surrounding environment, and with limited access to food, humans evolved and shaped this world to better support future generations of mankind. We've come a long way since our caveman days, which begs the question, why eat like one?
The Paleo diet has been popular since the early 2000s, mostly as a weight loss strategy, but increasingly it's being touted as a way of combating a number of chronic diseases such as diabetes, fatty liver disease, and even heart disease.
So you're telling me this guy ate better than we do?
In some ways, yes. The basic idea of paleo is to avoid foods which were not available to our Paleolithic ancestors. For most advocates, this means at the very least removing all grains, dairy, and refined sugars, and instead rely only on foods we think our ancestors ate, such as meat, seafood, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and even tubers.
So, no more ice cream?
Well, I mean, ice cream is just dairy, refined sugars.
Even tacos? But what will I eat on Tuesdays?
From a paleo perspective, you'd have to throw out the cheese, the beans, the shell, and the hot sauce is probably off the table as well.
So, rice cakes.
Actually, rice is a grain, and grains aren't allowed on the paleo diet, what with the anti-nutrients. And rice is really more of a Neolithic food when you think about it.
Yeah, I get it. Nothing but pine cones, worms, and cactus jerky.
It's not that bleak. Put it this way, because our food environment has changed so quickly and evolution tends to move
much more slowly,
and species with long lifespans, like humans, it stands to reason that our bodies might not be well adapted to the recent and dramatic changes to our modern food supply, and that this mismatch could explain some of the recent epidemics of diabetes, obesity, and cardiovascular disease.
And that seems reasonable.
I don't think it's unreasonable, but it does require taking a few leaps of faith. First of all, we have to determine what the diet of our ancestors was. And this is a problem because, quite frankly, there is no single paleo diet. And the rules are going to depend on not just where the ancestor lived geographically, but also when they lived. The Paleolithic era lasted a really long time, and during that time, the climate varied dramatically as well. Which begs the question, is it reasonable to compare the produce section at a modern grocery store to what was available on the grassy plains of Africa or the frozen tundra of northern Europe 100,000 years ago? Does that negate the whole concept of the diet?
Well, I just thought that...
And we also have to remember that our paleo ancestors weren't all the picture of health. We tend to romanticize the diet simply because they didn't die of modern chronic diseases. Diet wasn't the only factor that's different between paleo and present.
But what about the...
Lastly, you'll probably end up cutting foods from your diet that are actually beneficial to your health just because they don't fit the paleo prescription.
So what's the verdict on this one, Mr. Food Man?
I look at it this way. The purpose of paleo isn't to exactly replicate our ancestors' diet, which tends to be where things get most divisive. You don't need to get lost in the weeds with all kinds of specific rules. The purpose is to use it as a guide, and in that sense, I can really get behind it.
Oh yeah.
But like most diets, you can derive the majority of the benefits of paleo by just avoiding processed foods.
It sounds like the use of this term paleo is what's causing so many arguments. But if it gets people eating less processed foods and more real food, they can call it whatever they want. They should call it the Great Glutes Without Gluten Diet. That's sexy. All grains and no gains diet? No. How about the looks like meat's back on the menu, boys diet? No, it's nerdy. No. The Atkins diet? Diet. Sounds weird to me now. Diet. Deet?